This is your host, Remo Styles.
And this is Sir Grace.
Welcome to F Your Opinion Podcast.
Where your opinion don't matter.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah, we did overload.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. This is the first episode. Go ahead.
No. Right now we have, from where we're from, Virginia, Newport News, Virginia, Hampton, Virginia. We have
our
the
co-host.
One and only, my business partner. We're Humboldt, Arizona. Co-host. Also, this week we're having Cannabis Festival, Desert Blaze, Try Cannabis presents
first annual
Taco and Tequila, Cannabis Festival. Also all access with the Cannabis Awards. We're going to have a really special guest come on later. You guys are going to really enjoy that person. But before that,
yes,
I want to talk to my business partner, close friend of both of ours. Robbie Robinson from the Park. Robbie from the Park.
Robbie from the Park.
Happy to be here, fellas. Happy to be here, man. Love the energy, love the vibe.
Yeah, man. It's special. Setting this off with you being present and you being a part of this. You know what I'm saying? Knowing both of us personally and the things that we've overcome to being this point. Being at this point in this moment, you know what I'm saying, to be doing right now what it is that we're all doing. Right. So you know what I mean. Just want to tap in with you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
What you got going on?
The thing about where we at right now, all the journeys all of us have been through, whatever has led us right here together.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to do it on their time, but it don't always work on our time. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a blessing right now to be here. Where we
God's
at,
time.
you know what I'm saying? On God's time. You know what I'm saying? In flames.
In flames.
You know what I'm saying? In my man's spot doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, bro.
Yeah. And this brother is somebody, like I say, we grew up, we come up in the same way. It's always good to know someone that, you see him successful at this level and you say, man, they came from where I came from. You know what I mean? Like he touched the same soil as me. And not only that, he's someone that, an honorable man, someone that, you can count on. Like, when I talk to him about this
accountability,
to get into the business, we've always talked business. I've known Robbie a very long time. Robbie had his own restaurant. I had my own restaurant downtown Hampton, Network Cafe. Actually, the first Starbucks before its time. Really, in the early 2000s for real. Computers and stuff in the back. But Robbie had cool run-ins, and it was always. A mutual respect.
That was our spot.
That I know what he was going through. Sometimes we would communicate about those things, but I knew what he was dealing with because I was dealing with the same things. You know what I mean? Cause it's just in that restaurant business and being successful in where you come from. And then people starting to hate on you and stuff like that. Robbie, I want you to talk about your entrepreneur spirit and where it comes from, and what kind of drove you to want to be your own boss. We'll start there.
Well, coming up downtown, man, we was always kind of told, go to the shipyard and put your money in the bank.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or military.
But, yeah. So what eventually happened is you start seeing people that was taking that route and they living in the same place you living in. Like you living in the projects and these people are going to work every day to the shipyard. They live in the same place you live in as where people don't even have a job.
Right.
So then you kind of, start to think out the box and follow the money, basically. So, and that didn't always lead you down the right path because, in our neighborhood, but the older you get, the more you learn, especially, you start getting kids involved and things like that. So, we didn't have the internet and stuff like that to do no research, and we didn't have a blueprint, so we
had to create it.
Had to create it, and you also had to just learn on the run. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to Roy. We just happened to be out at the same spot one night.
That's my man.
Yeah, and I had a partner, Poppy. Me and him and I were doing a menu with the thoughts of opening up a restaurant, and just so happened we were in the same place the same night, and we had a drink and we talked, and he had the same ideas that we had, so we came together, and we actually from that night opened up the restaurant a month later.
Yeah.
A month later, we opened up the restaurant, and Cool Runnings was born, and I mean, it was a great time, man, and a great era.
We shot a lot of our documentary.
Crew Thick documentary.
For the docu-series, we shot a lot of that footage in there.
Yeah.
And in the back in the pool hall room.
Yeah,
right.
man.
You know what I'm saying? The bar, we were in there.
Yeah.
That was one of our homes.
Yeah,
right
man.
there.
Yeah. And it was
the door was always open.
It was a place,
always
man, where everybody came and was safe and had a good time, and after hours, whether Kes was staying gambling on the PlayStation, you know what I'm saying, or when we moved across the street, and the pool and the club, and it was just a good time, man. And it was a learning lesson. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not still here, but the lessons you learn from your failures, because I don't remember who said it, but I think it was Warren Buffett, where he wouldn't even go into business with somebody who's never failed.
Right.
So all of this is just lessons learned, and like I said, it just put us to where we are right now.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
And that's funny. A great book for you guys out there is John C. Maxwell's a book called Failing Forward. It talks a lot about the things that he just touched on just then.
Yeah.
Another thing, Robbie, is like I say, knowing you from a very long time, being young man and now being, elder,
more
man, mature man.
Yeah.
I wanted to say to you,
elder statesman.
I really, really respect you, man, because a lot of my friends, I go to them, not a lot. Let me take that back, because there's only a few of the, because when you get to our level, you want to have people around that are, creative, they're selfless, and they're a team player. That they know that in order to be successful, you have to have a championship team. Everybody got to be, focused on their thing, what they do well. Yeah. Not trying to be in competition, because at the end of the day, if you're on my team and whoever score at the end of the game, we all get a ring.
That's what we was talking about
the championship. Yeah. So when I came to you, and we always talk cannabis and being where we're at, because we are with Humboldt, Arizona. Major brand. Like if you ever watch American Gangster, like what do you say, the Blue Magic?
Blue Magic, it's a brand.
It's a brand.
The Humboldt brand.
The Humboldt brand.
And this is the Humboldt.
And people want to know how we're here. But you stepped right to the plate. You know what I mean? Like you were like, man, listen. Whenever there's an opportunity, I'm down. I'm my paper ready. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to commend you, man, being a man of your word. Saying, hey, listen. Now people go, because what we did was a legacy play, brother. You know what I'm saying? This is something that's going to take care of our families, decades of our lineage, of our last name. And that means a lot to me. Talk a little bit more about what that means to you.
Listen, I like to take a step back, also take a step further, for you to call me and trust me with that opportunity, because you and I know, all of us know that, somebody could be a good friend, but that don't mean they're a good business partner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it's a shortage of people doing good business out here.
Right.
You know
and
what I'm
that
saying?
that also doesn't mean that they want the same for you as they want for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And just, and it's the value of the word, a
friend,
a handshake, a friend, you know what I'm saying? Right. Man of honor, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, and I appreciate with the opportunity. So, me, all I need is the opportunity, and I'm gonna run with it. You know what I'm saying? So, especially if it makes sense. And like you said earlier, man, this is a game we've been wanted to get in. We just had to find the right opportunity, and it was, and this right here to me is just a no-brainer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I appreciate the opportunity, that you threw across the country. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
3,000 miles.
Right. And you caught it, man, because and again, we're celebrating tomorrow, April 15th, launching our company, our cannabis company here. Try Cannabis is obviously a holding company, but Humboldt of Arizona is going to source and produce, cannabis for a lot of great brands that you guys know, exotic flavors. We're doing some things with Dr. Green Thumb, just coming up right now. Runts, everyone that all of the brands.
All the top brands.
And that's the thing what the Humboldt brand does for us, it allows us to be in those spaces. But let's talk a little bit more about you coming here, this weekend, flying out here because you're a part owner of, Try Cannabis in Humboldt, Arizona. To see this festival, we have, Cypress Well, Be Real. Mm-hmm. We have DJ Quick, MC Eiht. Mm-hmm. We have Corrupt.
Sugar Free. Spice One.
Capone. Host of others. You're going to be able to see those, your hard work and everything
Nocturnal.
tomorrow. Just, launch off your business. talk a little bit about how you feel about that. What the kind of feelings emotions you think you're going to experience?
Man, listen, I gotta. Matter of fact, what time is it? I gotta pick my dickies up out the cleaners. Heavy starch.
Heavy
starch. Man, I'm so excited, man. I mean, the people you just named were, in our era, were legends. You know what I'm saying?
Still to this day.
Yeah, still to this day. But they kind of set the tone. You know what I mean? When you're talking about MC Eiht, Corrupt, and those guys, man, they basically made the soundtrack for our youth.
Yeah,
coming up. You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? Like when we went to go see Menace and those things, we came out walking different. After we did. We walked different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right.
So I'm excited, man.
A whole different perspective.
Yeah. I'm excited, man, to see those guys on stage, and I'm gonna absorb. And that's one thing I've learned, to value the moment. I'm gonna absorb every moment of that, man, and understand where we came from and where we are now.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because we could have
It's a
been
blessing.
anywhere. We could have been anywhere in the world, but we right here together.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
right
saying?
here together.
And like I said, man, it's just the energy, the frequency, right? And I'm just gonna enjoy it, man.
Because there's a lot of soldiers that didn't make it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they fell victim on the battlefield, man. You know what I'm saying?
man.
And they wish they could be here to experience these times, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
rest
saying?
in peace, Rashawn Langford. We love you.
Yeah, we just want to Jamal Clark as well.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Keith Troop. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
What's the your family just passed away?
Oh, BB, we love you, brother. We
You know
love
what
you,
I'm saying?
BB.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's man. Just F your opinion. You know what I'm saying? The F stands for a lot of things, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, most important, fuck your opinion, but also it's free your opinion. We're living in the time and day where you're no longer the fact of not being to allow someone to have an opinion takes away our freedom to be what we are, which are Americans. Whether you like someone's opinion or not, they're entitled to it.
That's your right.
They're entitled to it because they share this planet with us. Sometimes we all forget the fact that we're living with one another. It's almost like a roommate. You respect the people that you live with. We are living on a planet with other people. It's not just you. So you got to remember to respect someone's opinion. And we'll get more into that. But right now it's to celebrate my brother, Robbie. We're glad, to be doing business with you. Obviously Grace being business partners with us. I want Grace to talk a little bit more about him being an artist and, seeing it from your perspective of them, obviously, rapping and touching the stage and being early on in the culture and, making a living with music. What you think is going to be for you being a business owner, in the cannabis and seeing that, what you think what motion is going to go through your mind and how you're feeling?
It's it's surreal, actually. You know what I mean? Because, over the last year and a half, that's all I've been talking about is Cypress Hill. How they top 3, top 5 in hip hop history. You know what I'm saying? We going back and forth over the phone. And then, Super Bowl comes. You know what I'm saying? And we start sparking ideas. And then it's like, we get the idea of, doing a festival. And then the first thing that comes to our minds is Be Real in Cypress Hill. You know what I'm saying? And then, just to see the manifestation of your thoughts when you activate positive energy and put it into motion and everybody's on the same page, on the same accord, and it musters, it turns into what it has become. And Be Real turned into Quick, Eight, it morphed into something legendary. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's surreal just to see us bring our, our thoughts and our dreams into realization, still and surpassing, a lot of us, where we come from, people didn't think that we would make it out of there. You know what I'm saying? So to see us all the way in Phoenix, Arizona, you know what I'm saying? Living well, doing big things, and embarking in new ventures and new business ventures in our lives is, nothing but a blessing from the Most High.
Yeah, and the thing is, and what we stand on when we talk about honor,
always.
We kept our integrity.
Always, the whole time.
Never rolled over.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I'm proud of, man. Because a lot of people have accumulated things, but what did you do to?
Yeah, they sacrificed a lot of themselves and a lot of their integrity to obtain those things. So first and foremost, that's our most important thing about this whole mission of, you know what I'm saying, F your opinion, you know what I'm saying, your freedom opinion, your fashion opinion, you know what I'm saying, F your opinion, you know what I'm saying, is standing on what's right and being solid and being accountable, you know what I mean, being a man and woman of honor, you know what I mean, right. But I'm truly excited about this weekend, man. Like I said, it's surreal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna definitely have to stretch, cause listen.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a whole lot of dancing. There's gonna be
a lot of cannabis.
Especially when Corrupt takes the stage and he start killing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And one thing.
Spice One.
Oh, look, listen.
Sir.
But what's really crazy is that I don't know if y'all recognize and understand that this is the first. Like we're bringing the culture of hip hop and cannabis to Arizona like it's never been done before. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like a reflection of what it's like in Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? We're giving them a insight of something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you only experience this in places like Denver and Los Angeles.
Yeah, and you know shout out to other business partner Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin. No doubt.
Man,
shout out to Kevin.
Kevin Scott, homegrown. Played for Stanford University.
Detroit Lions.
Detroit Lions coach right now for Brophy, the defense coordinator there. We're so proud of you, and our other partners as well. John, Reuven, Bonnie. We really, really appreciate you guys. Humboldt, Arizona, is going up. It's doing really, really big things. And also on our promotional side with the, putting on events and stuff like that with the iconic, we go unremiss to not mention, Chris, Chris Kano and Anna Kano with iconic. Their brand and what they're doing, they are brothers and sisters, and in this what we call a business team that we have, and we're really really grateful for you guys. But like I say, back to
let's not forget Rob and Trendsetters.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Trendsetters, we no doubt. But more importantly, right now I want to celebrate Robbie. Robbie, man, you are someone that, like I say, you're an honorable man. You know what I mean. You take care of your children, man. You do what you're supposed to do as a man. I always respected that. I mean, even when you coming out here, your son was playing for ASU. You show up and you show out for those that that you love and respect, man. And again, like right now. You jumped on the plane, boom, you're like, hey, man, every time the phone rang, you answered, and you came out, I just want to say, man, I love you. You're a brother to me, man. I'm a brother to you.
Indeed,
you always got it. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. Man, I'm looking forward to it. It's been a lot of hard work, bro.
Yeah, how you feel about it?
Man, I feel, I
know you're exhausted.
Because, it not only this, I have another farm as well that I invested in, and then I learned a lot through that. It doesn't matter about growing cannabis. If you don't have nobody that's gonna buy your brand, you can have a warehouse full of marijuana. But why would somebody like Cookies want to put your cannabis in there? It's like
the quality.
It's like a nigga that can rap, but until you hot, you got to hit a song. Nobody want you to touch their stage. With Humboldt is a brand. You know what I mean? It's already a brand. It's not about, you want to do business with us, is whether we really want to do business with you, and being in that position, it's a different perspective, so, cannabis is something that, man, I've always indulged. Man, I remember being a kid in Marshall Courts, man, 814, 835th Street, we sitting on the side, man, because my homies, they about to order Lil Jimmy's and rob them, you know what I'm saying, to get some pieces. We out there hungry because we been smoking weed, you know what I'm saying? We 12, 13, 14 years old, we smoking and stuff, you know what I mean? And it's like, man, the cannabis was always vibrant in my life, my uncles, rolling weed up on an album cover, draining out seeds, you could just remember that aroma. It was a soundtrack to my life. So, and then a lot of my brothers, we got time for selling marijuana. Some that's just legal as it, realistically, something that's homegrown and come from God, and you competing with, what is going on in pharmaceuticals and pills compared to marijuana. It's a plant that heals, you know what I'm saying? So I done seen it evolve. And just the first time that I remember going into, because in 2011 I remember Grace coming, and it was like
I went to the
went
college.
to the school. He was going to the school out of Oakland.
Yeah, 2008. I went to Oaksterdam University in Oakland.
Right, and I got my license out here in 2011.
2011. I came out here and said, "Listen, we gonna set up."
I remember going into my first experience walking into a dispensary, and I walked in and it was all old white women. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like
right down the street, around the corner from the crib.
Gray hair. You know what I mean? I was just thinking to myself like, man, my homeboys are locked up. But these old white ladies like, hey, how you doing today? It's a good day to get high. You know what I mean? I'm like,
they in here slinging bud.
Slinging bud. But in the legal facility, so it blew my mind, and to see where we're at right now, with cannabis, I'm excited. I'm excited about,
How did all of this trouble begin?
Living in America.
Boy, you crazy. You're absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, living in America, you know what I mean?
Living in America.
And nothing makes me more prouder than do it with brothers that I love and respect and that are honorable men. Just do what the fuck you say you're gonna do.
Finally,
you know what I'm saying?
We can eat something.
No, these are whites only pies.
Fuck you.
Boy,
But do you have any Negro pies?
Okay.
no doubt. You know what I'm saying? But again, cannabis.
Finally, we get to eat Negro pies.
Cannabis is what's
And some white only.
brung us together, and we're gonna do some more things about that. Like how you get into the business. Right now, because everything that we're learning. Sourcing and you know what I'm saying, distribution of brands and building brands in the cannabis space. Those things I want to share with you. Not even charge you to get them. You know what I mean? Like be able to be, like I say, listen, I hate more than anything a middleman that want to get a piece of something. Like step aside, man. You introduce some people together that can be good, can work well together with one another. Move your ass out the way. You don't have to benefit.
Sometimes you just a connected daughter.
That's it. You just somebody.
Here's another thing that's important. When you in that position, your whole point is to put other people in position around you. That's why you are put in that position. And if that's not what you're doing, then you one of the ones that they consider to be the blackface gatekeepers.
Yeah.
They try to keep your own people out.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
It's real simple in business, man. Listen, don't get in your way. Like stop overthinking everything. Really. That keeps you from being successful. It keeps you from getting started on something because you're overthinking it. Let it be organic. You know what I'm saying? Like do something because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
When you live your life on that playing field with like, listen, I've always even the women in my life, it's always been a situation where why you don't lie? Lying. I said, listen, shorty, I'm not lying to you because really care about you and how you feel about it. It's because I can look in the mirror and say, yo, I know I lied. You can't lie to me. You know what I'm saying? That's dishonorable for me. Bitch, I care more about me.
And how I feel.
You know what I'm saying? How I'm perceived myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I tell everybody, you know what I'm saying, just, listen, do it because it's the right thing to do. You know what I mean? And then you will be solid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, once you understand that perspective, you know what I mean? It's not hard to keep it 1,000. It's not hard to stand on what it is that you believe.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
No doubt. And I see those stuff in you and him. You know what I mean? I want to say that to you as well, man. You know what I'm saying? You've always, like I say, other than the fact of being family, nigga, since you was 12 years old singing, you know what I'm saying? Y'all always singing, what was the songs you always
Bobby
sang?
Brown, man.
And the other one.
Can't You Stand the Rain?
Yeah, that's your joint. You know what I'm saying? So,
you know what I mean?
We've been at it a long time. And our story going to go even further. You know what I'm saying?
No, one thing I can say about you and Robbie, like that, dude, it's like this. When you turn, like you said, the man answered the telephone. Man, listen, the only thing you can ask of another man is to stand on your word. That's it. See, because before you learn anything else in this world, you learn how to speak. And when you're young and when you start lying and doing shit, if you have a good mother and a good father and a good man in your life, they correct you immediately. They let you know that's the first thing you know. You don't lie. You stand on what it is. Did you do that? Tell me the truth. Yes. And you get whatever it is that's coming to you, but you learn to speak truth and stand on what it is that it is. So like that's what this, I can't be around nobody that don't represent that. If that's not what it is that you stand for, me and you not gonna get along.
Right.
Because every time you act outside of that, I'm gonna feel some kind of way, and I'm gonna approach you about it, and I'm gonna hold you accountable for your words or your actions. And now those are the people that I associate myself with because they do me like that.
Right.
So there's no room for fucking up, because when you do that, that's how you survive this cruel, harsh ass world.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
And you gotta have good people on your team.
You got to.
And Robbie,
You got to.
That's what you are, man. A great brother, great teammate. You know, and again,
You're a quarterback, man. You pass the ball, man.
yeah, no doubt.
You
no
pass
doubt,
the ball.
No doubt.
You ain't do too much Mike Vickin and running, nigga. You was
only when
you was like you was like zip. You know what I'm saying? You was in the pocket. You was like iron with.
I'm still in the pocket.
I'm
still in the pocket.
And
You stood in the pocket.
And that's another thing for a lot of people don't know. Robbie was before Bubba Chuck. You know what I'm
he
saying?
was a star quarterback
for Bethel High School. So you know what I mean? Like y'all remember that? You know what I mean?
A lot of people don't know that. Yeah, that's a fact.
No, shout out to him. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to AI.
And Robbie, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, you know, very honorable man. And we're gonna get more into talking about what you're doing in the real estate space as well too. You know, I know it's a lot, and that's a lot of jewels. He's gonna be able to come on the show and share with y'all as well. We're doing a lot of big things, you know, in the real estate industry. We're gonna be getting into, you know, commercial real estate. Obviously, Robbie is into the residential space right now.
Absolutely.
Talk a little bit about that, man. I know you've been going around Houston, looking at, you know, doing your due diligence. You know?
Yeah, man. Real estate gets me excited. And to me, that's a never-ending journey. And I'm always learning. I'm always reading. And the same principles I carry with this industry, I carry over to the real estate side. Just trying to align yourself with good, positive people. People stand on their word. But yeah, and real estate is booming, man. That's something that you can never buy enough of, because that's one thing they can't make no more is that land.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you get a chance, and if you're in a position to buy it, buy it. Buy it. Yes, I'm telling you. So yeah, real estate, man, is very important.
But isn't it also important that when you buying land and you're buying real estate to have a plan?
Yeah, but even so, if you don't have a plan, still buy it and come up with the plan later. You know what I'm saying? Because
you can sit on it,
I mean,
figure it out,
it's only a few
and
things.
gain equity.
So you think about things that we spend our money on that accrue, that's assets. You know what I'm saying? And think about the things we put our money on as liability. So I mean, that's something that you won't go wrong with. You know what I mean? Spending your money on that real estate. You know. Listen.
That's what the video said.
We still gotta appreciate this moment. You know what I'm saying?
Keep
Like,
that.
you know what I'm saying? Keep all that shit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta erase nothing.
Look, keep that. We ain't erasing nothing.
No, this
this
is
the
HD.
first episode. You know what I'm saying?
This reality radio.
This reality radio, broadcast
I want to
TV.
make sure that we was catching this, you know what I mean? Because we're talking about, you know, our humble beginnings and where we at right now. We have a lot to be proud about. You know what I mean? If you from Bad News, Virginia, y'all know.
What we went through.
Man. Like, you know,
what I'm saying?
Iceberg House, man, the cookie lady, man. You know, the candy lady house, man. You know, Penny Cookies. You know.
Brookridge, Marshall Ave.
It's definitely
7-Eleven in Marshall.
Newsom Park.
What song? You know what I'm saying?
What song? Wickham Avenue.
Chantilly.
You know what I'm
You know what I'm saying?
Chantilly. Yes, sir.
No doubt. We love where we from,
Wickham.
man. You know what I mean? Yo, we just need
Stewart Gardens.
One thing about where we from, man, we got to celebrate each
Hampton
other more,
Roads,
though.
period.
You know what I'm saying?
Shell Road.
Celebrate
You know
each
what
other,
I'm
man. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
We got to celebrate
Lincoln
each
Park.
other.
These places ain't there no more.
No
You know
doubt.
what I'm saying?
No doubt.
We got to
No doubt.
celebrate the whole area, man.
No,
the
we
whole
need to-
7 cities,
we
man.
gotta
Everywhere, man.
We got to celebrate one another.
Yes.
Like we got to stop hating on each other where we from. We from a small place, man. And anybody, it's a lot of brothers and
That
sisters
has changed the culture.
that have done a
and
lot.
the fabric of this world.
Period. You know what I'm saying? And that we need to celebrate those people,
Yeah.
man. And
We
right
have
now,
to stand together.
We're celebrating, you know what I'm saying, Robbie Robinson, man. Definitely, you know what I'm saying, a great brother, great businessman. Love
Great
talking to you,
entrepreneur.
bro. Like, you know, it's good to, it's like this, man. You know, to have a brother you can call and talk about business. You know what I'm saying, and laugh and joke and not get offended. You know, and even when you know we have, you know, because we both alphas. The way we do it, like, hey man, you know, we, you know me, and the level of respect, you know what I'm saying?
Always.
How we do that, man. And, hey man, those type of things mean more to me, and I treasure more than the money itself. Because once you start getting money, you know, money just gives you a better life, a better style of life. It doesn't, you know what I'm saying? It can be sad and lonely sometimes with money. You know what I'm saying? You get to a place and you in a big house and you ain't, you know what I mean? You because if people don't come around, you're just in a big ass house.
Yeah, because look, you pissed everybody off because you didn't get rich.
You know what I'm saying?
You just told everybody to fuck off.
You say you just in a big ass house.
You just in a big ass house. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? So it's good to have your brothers around and talk and discuss and
to enjoy it, man.
Yeah, man. And I really wanted to tell you, I appreciate it. I treasure it, bro. You know, so about the real estate and more, you know, things you got going on. You went out to Houston. Talk a little bit about that. Like, how was it, you know, when you touched down out there?
Yeah, I loved Houston. Loved Houston, man. Went out there, met some good people out there. And Houston is a place, man, to me, has a lot of culture. A lot of culture. I mean, outside of, you know, pro sports, which is a place I always want to rest in, a place that has, you know, pro sports, pro basketball, pro football, but Houston, super in the culture, and the food out there is
impeccable.
Oh my God, yeah, a lot of soul, a lot of black owned. I mean, listen, man, I love Houston. I plan on spending a lot of time in Houston.
I just feel what I feel about Houston is the same thing I felt about Charlotte, North Carolina. There's a lot of black people moving down there. It's going to oversaturate things, and the crime going to go up, and then it's going to turn into a lot.
Well, it's been like that since.
Well, let me say this. After Katrina,
this not to knock it. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. You know, we do that. You know what I'm saying? And then you tear it up and leave it worse than you came. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody want to get out.
But see, I don't know that side of Houston because I don't know old Houston. So all I know is
I know Houston. I know Houstonians don't want y'all ass there.
Oh no. Well, they said the same thing about you when you came here.
No, I know. Yeah. No. You know what? It's only 8% of us here. So
listen. We got people in Houston.
Yeah. I love Houston.
Shout out to my man Jordan and Thug Dirt. You know what I'm saying? Everybody whole screwed up clique down there. You know what I'm saying?
Clique. You know what I'm saying? Thug. We love y'all.
Yeah, man. We the first Onyx is in Houston. The first Onyx strip club was in Houston.
Is that right?
Yeah, dog. We went there. That shit was this back in 04, 05.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Houston, man.
Yeah,
listen, the whole trill movement, Bun B, the
even the new music, the new movement,
man.
Sauce Walk and the Sauce Factory, man.
Oh man, we love Sauce Walker.
Yeah, we gonna get them up here, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We love what you're doing independently, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Young King, man.
Yeah,
you know
a lot of money in Houston.
Yeah. A lot of culture. A lot of culture in Houston.
No doubt.
Yeah.
We got a lot of things that we're gonna cover, man. Like I said, Robbie gonna be coming back and forth, you know what I'm saying, out here. He's gonna be a guest to the show all the time, a co-host to the show.
Definitely.
You know, you guys, like I said, we got a great interview coming up.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
With the legend.
Yeah, with the legend. You know what I mean? I think you really gonna enjoy it.
Please stay tuned.
Stay tuned. I'm Remo Styles.
I'm Sir Grace.
I'm Rob from the Park.
And we know it, and we out. This commercial is sponsored by the Humboldt brand of Arizona, supplier to all of your premium cannabis brands, all the way from the Emerald Triangle. Make sure when you're in your local dispensaries, you ask for the Humboldt brand of Arizona. F Your Opinion Podcast. We got the legendary MC Eiht. Y'all know him. We love him. We all we around the same age, but watching this man on television, influence us, you know what I mean? Like with his music, his style, like just a legendary man to be still in hip hop right now. That's what, we seen it evolve and come to where it's at. Like we got to give our legends that love all the time because some of y'all hot for a few months, maybe 2-3 years, but when you've been doing something for 30 years, 25 years, 30 years, I mean, that's to be commended. I don't give a damn if you're working on your home, building homes, whatever you do. You know what I mean? It's legendary.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So we just want to show love.
For sure. It's official.
This is the mastery of craft.
We want to hear from you, Eiht. I mean, being someone legendary like you are, you walk around, legendary. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you've been doing this. I mean, how it feel for you? I mean, do you get the love that you feel? I mean, I can talk. Been talking to you. You're a humble man. But how I feel for you, like to walk in your shoes.
I mean, this is this is the profession I chose. Being given the grace to be able to pen, tales from the hood and try to, voice for the, the common nigga, the average man, I really don't trip off of, the place that people have me set in whatever hip hop was, whatever they got. I've done so much, and I've been around so long that I don't look for congratulations from people who might not give a fuck
or no.
I feel I've done enough to where real niggas and real ladies know what it is, the struggle that we go through as a common motherfucker. We all trying to get to a certain point. I've always seen myself as a dude who try to pen, songs to, fight the oppression, the bullshit that, I grew up in the hood and saw growing up as a kid who gang bang and sold dope and all that. But
police brutality
and all that,
shit.
But I don't, look for to be placed right now as far as hip hop concerned. I mean, I started doing music because I had the love of music. I wasn't making a motherfucking dollar.
Right.
I was still hustling on the block. So music was that passion shit that, the dreams, like I tell motherfuckers, the dreams that you have as a child, when you those first few years are very, important. I dreamed of being the policeman, the fireman, the doctor, that typical shit, but then my reality got taken away when I realized, nigga, we living in the hood, and
like most.
So-and-so got killed last night, and they got raided, and whoop-de-whoop. So, I've always modeled myself after that, not to be super gangbanger or, out of the ordinary, but that's what I pen my music about. I know what the real struggle is in the hood, trying to make ends meet when you just a normal motherfucker. So when it comes to music, I feel comfortable with where I am. I don't look to be, I don't look to be the Drake Jay-Z status, or I don't look to be the newcomer status. I get in where I fit in.
Right. And but all those individuals, they know exactly what you are and what you stand for in this craft, in the music, in your place in hip hop history.
And I'm cool with just being known MC Eiht. You feel me? Motherfucker don't say that they came into this industry within the last 30, 40 years and don't know me, then they're motherfucking lie. But I don't need to be the status of where, I have to be put on the pedestal for you to act like you know who I am or what I've done. I'm cool.
That's modest.
I'm cool with sitting in the spot right now. You know what I'm saying? In the back of the store doing the podcast, whatever.
Right. Exactly.
I'm not tripping off of being at the big, office building and smoking bud in the back of the alley and shit.
Right.
I'm a normal nigga, man. You feel me? So that's why I accept it like that. And I think if I can do that, then nothing gets in my way of,
you can't compromise yourself.
Yeah, man, they got this and they got that. And they do this for that motherfucker. And they do that, man, I do for me.
Right.
And I'm comfortable. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah, that makes the walk easy.
Another question, touching on that, having the opportunity to talk to you back there, I can tell you're a very humble man. Talk to us about what it was like to get your first check, from doing something that you love. You know what I mean? It was like, now this is...
I was still a hood nigga, man, so I did some dumb shit,
Right, what y'all do?
Just growing up in the hood and being able to get a check from a label and...
was that your first legit check?
Yeah, that was my first legal, so...
Everything else was under the table, real shit?
Yeah, everything I used to do.
From the mud?
I used to do from the mud. I was a typical kid, man. Good household, didn't have parents on drugs, not to say,
Right.
I know that's a struggle and that's
that's
an addiction and that's a whatever. But I came from a cool family, Pops worked at General Motors, Mom's was a nurse. I just grew up in Compton, man, and was influenced by I was just influenced by the streets and just the struggle. So being able to go legit and not have to deal with, you know, moms having to come bail me out of jail every other weekend, or, you know, being harassed by, you know, just having to stay in the streets, or being destined for something that's, you know, that they all think that we destined for when we, you know, black young men coming up in the hood. They look at it as we all destined to fail. So I wanted to do something that at least I could reflect for my mom, you know what I'm saying? So I just started writing raps, man, and a nigga thought they was cool, and I was just telling tales of the hood, and next thing you know, I had a record deal with Sony. So, you know what I'm saying? It felt good to be able to not say move out of the hood, because I was still, I don't know, I was on my 4th record still going to the neighborhood every day. But it just felt good to be able to do shit that I know that shit, I'm gonna be able to wake up tomorrow, or I'm gonna be able to pay this, or I'm gonna be able to not have to worry about taking them penitentiary chances. You know what I'm saying? Because at that time, it's like any means, man. You know
shit was dangerous.
I do what the fuck I gotta do to, you know, I got a kid, you know, mom's struggling, and, you know, you try to make an example of yourself, you know, something better than that. But sometimes that's all we offered. You know what I'm saying?
Understood.
So just to be able to, you know, get a check and go to the bank and show these motherfuckers, you know, they looking at me crazy, and I'm walking in, and, you know, I'm walking in with Sony checks and shit, and they probably thinking I'm a dope dealer and shit. Now I'm getting to prove that I'm something other valuable than what you think I am, just because I'm walking in here and my outlook or my appearance is different than yours, you know what I'm saying? So it felt good.
Dope. I know it was really, you know, something for you to, you know, when your mom seen that, you know what I mean? Because at first, I'm pretty sure, how did she feel? She, you know, as far as we talk about it all the time, like right now, if my son or our grandsons came up to us and said, you know, Pop, you know, I can rhyme, you know what I mean? Like, I would entertain it. I would be like, yo, what you gonna spit? Talk, you know what I mean? Let me hear it.
As opposed to 30 years ago.
As opposed to,
you know, 30 years ago, it was like, what the, you know, it was, you know.
Like, nah, what you gonna do is go to school and pay attention.
I was, you know, I was influenced by the streets. I wasn't a dumb kid.
Yeah.
I was just influenced by the streets.
I can tell by your music that you wasn't a dumb kid.
So, of course, your parents had dreams of you doing other shit.
Like we all do for our kids.
And at the time, I was in the hood deep, you know, going back and forth to jail. You know, we had just gotten to a situation, me and my nigga Chill, where we had just caught a case, you know, for robbery. And I was looking at going to jail and shit. So I basically, man, I just sat down and just started. I had to think of a way to transition. You feel me?
Yeah.
I had to think of a way to transition out of the hood. So
how old were you right now? We won't want to talk about that. Like, you were 17, 18. How old were you when you was making these decisions as a man?
I was like 15, 16.
Wow.
15, 16, you know, you want to be loyal to the hood.
Yeah.
I mean, because
right
there, you know, that was everything. There was nothing else. You know, the neighborhood was everything. You know, that's where I made my money. That's where I got pussy. That's why I, you know, congregated and grew relationships with other men, you know, as far as, you know, who got my back, and, you know, I'm ready to die for this nigga, and, you know, it's also... And then we're not having no pops around, but I don't want people to think because my father wasn't around is why I chose to go down this path. It was like I was, the block influenced me. You get me? Man. Who the fuck want to go to school 9 to 5 and all that shit when this nigga's your age down the corner making thousands every fucking minute?
Did it have anything to do with the music back then?
It had a lot to do with the music.
Yeah, like it does now.
Back in my days, you know, we had dudes who rapped in our neighborhood. Yeah. They wasn't even rap stars. Right. They just made TDK tapes and was telling you about Larry they got busted last night. And Boo Bop got shot up on the corner by the hamburger stand. So we took those tales and learned, and that's how I learned how to flip my shit into. I just basically was getting the back seat of one of the OG's cars, and on a daily mission, shit would happen. And I would just incorporate that shit. I go back to the house, and then I go right to the room. I'd be like, I was with the homie in the blue 6'4", and then niggas hit the corner, and we was at the stove.
I have a question.
You know,
What made you? Because you have one of the most iconic historical ad-libs in hip-hop history. You know what I mean? Siegel incorporated it into his music. It all came from your music, you know, Menace II Society. What made you want to say, yeah, the way that you said? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, back in my days,
that's legendary.
Back in my days of hip hop, everybody had, to me,
Yeah.
monikers. You get me?
Yeah. I can't
KRS-One, you know, the one in the KRS-One, LL Cool J, fucking, you know, BDP. Everybody had monikers, so I wanted something that would stand out.
To this day.
And
Come on, man. Like,
if niggas can go back and listen to records that I started making in 1988, and you'll hear me saying on demo tapes, like, it was just something I did.
I mean,
now, people today don't. You probably would have thought Jay-Z or Jeezy or a lot of people would have thought someone else came up with that slang word. We even had the thing with the little swimmer dude who was going around saying and they were like, oh, he invented it and all that. And I'm like, no, you can go back to 1987, 1988 and
Compton's
listen to
Most
any record that MC Eiht performed on, and you'll hear me saying I mean, on my very first record, the Compton compilation, I had a song called Rhymes Too Funky. This record was released in 1987. And the first word I say on the first record is killing off suckers is me. Stupid trying to take me for some punk MC. You know what I'm saying? So I've been saying since 1987.
Yeah. We true fans. We identify, like you said, we know where it came from, the originator.
But I'm not one of those dudes who, oh man, they stole it from me, or y'all gotta pay me, man. I just take it as homage, man. Niggas, you know, whoever, whatever. You ain't gotta say you got it from. I didn't get that from Eiht, but niggas who know and know true hip hop history like yourselves, you know, everybody know who invented it, where it came from. So you know,
niggas,
I'm just glad that you know niggas felt that there was something they wanted to do. So it's official.
It's
to
one
me.
of the hardest shits in the world.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, in the world. I mean, when Menace Society came out, tell them, you know, what you was just talking about.
No, we went to go watch that joint in the movie theater at New Market South. That's how long ago.
Newport News, Virginia.
That's Newport News, Virginia. And it was crazy back then. You know what I'm saying? Just how it is now. You know what I'm saying? But after that, it was just like on overload.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Everybody in our hood turned into old dog.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody wants to be old dog.
I'm talking about from low pass.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah.
So he created a whole generation of shoot 'em up ass motherfucking niggas.
You know what's crazy is the fact that
everybody after that
he's not even like that. I'm just saying.
I know Lorenz personally. Lorenz is
look, listen.
He's nowhere near.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you a story. Lorenz takes a look. So we having All-Star Weekend in Philadelphia one time, right? We got Lorenz Tate with us, him and his brother hanging out with us. You know what I'm saying? Us, you know, Crew Dick, AI, we on the bus, right? And all my niggas, you know, we smoking, we drunk, everybody crazy, wilding out, right? We on the bus where it's like, you know, a whole bunch of seats in the motherfucker, right? You can walk up and down, right? And my niggas is calling Lorenz Tate O-Dog the whole time, right?
O-Dog, we does.
Right? Everybody, you know what I'm saying? These niggas, some niggas is coming home, niggas done be bodies in the past, you know what I'm saying? Fed time, all the shit, you know what I'm saying? Niggas is calling him Rich Tate. He type AI, he say, they do know that I'm that old dog, right?
Right.
He said,
all you had to do was have his braids back then. They mistake you for old dog.
They do know I'm that old dog, right?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh no, nigga, we just fucking with you. But yeah, one of my men just kept calling old dog.
And it's crazy because, you know, like you said, back then we didn't have social media, so we didn't really know how LA was. We knew where it was on the East Coast,
right?
You know, from Virginia to New York and back down to Atlanta and Georgia, because with Virginia, we bottom of the north, top of the south. So we some country up north niggas, kind of, you know what I mean?
Hey,
We got that.
Yeah.
So when you talk to people that say, you from New York, you sound like you from, you know, but when we got an opportunity to see you on screen, you know, it was like, man, this crazy. This how they living. This is how, you know, what's like, man, it's they just like us. They just dress a little different.
Yeah,
you know,
that's it.
Same thing.
I always used to tell people, you know, people ask me about when you go out and, you know, how you feel about when you see other dudes, you know, banging and, you know, wearing khakis and all that. And not to say that, you know, we're proud of that situation, but like I used to tell people, I mean, it's hard niggas everywhere, man.
Everywhere.
You get me? Whether
It's
we
an old dog everywhere you go.
Whether we wearing khaki suits and motherfucking Cortez or they wearing motherfucking Timberlands and Carhartt jackets, it's niggas who will peel your cap everywhere. You feel me?
No doubt.
So, just to be able to, but you know, I think it was kind of, you know, the reality of being able to see Menace to Society and movies like Colors and shit like that. It gave people a visualization of, damn,
right.
that gangbanging shit is on some crazy motherfucking shit.
Yeah.
I mean, because, you know, I pop my mans around here for just talking shit, you know
right.
what? But them niggas on that gangbanging shit, and
yeah.
they crippin' and blood, and these niggas got red on, and these niggas got
Oh,
blue,
you
and they got
talking
the
about
bandanas, and they come, when I'm talking about spraying, nigga, they coming through like just dumping. You see the car pull up, lights pull on, nigga, and it's on. So it was a lot for the country to take in, and especially for, you know, brothers from other sections and shit, to see how we got down on, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody get down. I don't give a fuck.
But it wasn't like that though. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Everybody
We
get
had
down.
a different aspect of getting down because our shit was a lot of, you know, territorial, you know, neighborhoods and trying to, you know, say fuck the police and all that shit. And the gangs was formed because of that, you know, in itself. Trying to protect the communities, like Crips stood for community resources and progress. You know, so it just, like I said, it's hard niggas everywhere. You can't control the pack.
Let's talk about that for a quick second. You know, what you just said, what the acronyms of Crips stand for. Talk about a little bit about that the origin, and because for my uncles used to talk about the gangs were to protect the community.
It was to protect the community, you know, fashions off like, you know, sort of the Black Panthers, you know, wanting programs for the hood, you know, wanting to see things generate for the neighborhood, for the community. Not letting dudes from, I mean, because let's force it, the white gangs and the motherfuckers was the vicious motherfuckers. I mean, we as niggas couldn't do shit.
Right.
I mean, a lot of that shit was formed to protect us from
them.
And a lot of them motherfuckers was the police that was rolling through the neighborhood.
Know, much respect to the Hell Angels, but we heard that story as well.
Exactly.
You know?
So a lot of that was born to protect, you know, I'm gonna protect little mama with her 2 kids who live over here, or we gonna protect Johnny down the block who going to school or whatever. So, and it just turned, and then, you know, with the introduction of drugs and getting money, and then now niggas got pistols, and now the shit becomes a different aspect. You know, everything starts as a positive note. You know, that's why I said it was for resources for the community. You know, and it was to progress the community along. You know what I'm saying? It was to show motherfuckers that we taking over these communities. These communities not all just white. You know, Compton used to be all white and shit. So when we start moving in, it's to protect ourselves from the motherfuckers who didn't want us in there in the first place. And everything always get corrupt when they introduce us to dope. And
true that.
You can tell this nigga, he can make more money than them niggas over there. And then now you got shit started. Wait a minute.
But isn't it true that it was an extension of the Panther Party?
It tried to be an extent. I mean, that's what it was for.
It started out
for the resources and the community, and like I said, but when you start sneaking in and giving these niggas a couple of birds, and then you giving these niggas a couple of guns, and then now you telling these niggas, or you making up shit, and you saying these niggas beat up these niggas, when really we the ones who went over there and beat up these motherfuckers, or killed this nigga, or stabbed, and then, you know, egos. we got a lot of egos amongst us as black men. You get me? You know,
all day long.
It's a lot of egos, and I say until we settle that, you know what I'm saying? Because
it's gonna always
it'd be a nigga, it'd be a nigga back in the day bump you and step on your shoe, and you be ready to stab a nigga. You be ready to slit a nigga throat for stepping on your Jordans and shit.
Stepping on for no reason.
That just comes from ego and the oppression of well shit. I know I can't motherfucking beat up motherfucking Henry for stepping on my Jordan, for giving him one, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take that oppression out on this other nigga who stepped on my shit.
What you think that's about? I mean, because
absolutely,
it's about how we was programmed. Man.
No, definitely programmed. But I'm saying
slave mentality from the ships.
We actually when we have something against our own self that we want to kill the man that looks just like us, or
that just comes from way back, man. And I couldn't even tell you about that because that started back before my daddy was born.
Absolutely.
You get me? And I think that's the oppression of getting beat and hung and all that shit and doing all that shit.
Right.
And you still couldn't do shit.
Right.
You get me? Nigga, I come up right now, hang your motherfucking ass right now, and dare you to do. Nigga, I take your bitch right now and pull her drawers down and fuck her right in front. And I dare you to do something.
Right.
In front of you.
Now, your oppression is that, but then you hear motherfucking John around the corner spilled your drink, and he another nigga, and you be ready to go beat the shit out of him. Because your oppression is really, I can't really do shit about what's really pissing me off. That shit happened today. Your motherfucking girl don't take shit out on you that you ain't did, that somebody else pissed her off about. Or a nigga don't come at you wrong when he pissed off about some other shit that, why you coming at me wrong? Or you could just know a nigga that did something fucked up to that nigga, and he ready to get on your head. I ain't got shit to do with it. That's just the oppression, because really I can't go fuck with it.
That energy came from somewhere
and to capitalize on that, I think also is our way of communicating. We don't know how to communicate.
No, we don't. We don't know how to communicate with each other, and we always have that ego thing in the back of our head, like, my man got on the Nikes right here, man. Them motherfuckers would look good with him, but they ain't give me no motherfucking Nikes when I came in this motherfucker. It's shit like that.
But that shit before us.
And I don't know where we get this shit from, because I don't give a fuck. It's just crazy. And I'll just be telling my niggas that. Like, a nigga can hate on you and don't even know you from a can of fucking paint. A nigga could walk in your store right now, he spend $100 and walk out and be like, who the fuck them niggas think they are? It's just the mentality of what we've been bred all day, for sure.
Talk to me about, because you did a hell of a job in that movie, Menace II Society. It's like, damn, Eiht doing this thing in that joint, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. I was like, we wanted to see you do more movies. How did you get that role?
I got that role because fucking hip hop niggas in movies was flying at the time. Right. We had Colors with Ice-T. Then we turned around and had Juice with Pac. Then we had Trespass with all them niggas. And then we had motherfucking Cube with Boys in the Hood, Glenn Plummer with South Central. So all the hood movies was cracking.
Don't forget New Jack City. You know what I'm saying?
New Jack City. So they started going, the rapper actor nigga in the role is the Hughes brothers with some kids in LA was going to film school. They started off shooting all of Tupac's early videos. They shot all his first album videos. Brenda Got a Baby, Holla If You Hear Me, all those songs they shot the videos. So in that, they hooked up with a dude, he wrote the story, and from their reputation with dealing with Pac, they got the movie deal. So they were looking for up-and-coming motherfuckers around LA. You know what I'm saying? And I just happened to be, MC Eiht, local rapper, little success story coming from Compton. So they offered me the part. And that's how, I went down there, met the motherfuckers, read a script, and I guess they, I wasn't a dummy. Like, a lot of us coming from the block, looking at words on paper.
You could articulate yourself.
So,
they say,
you know,
yeah.
so
Right.
I could read. You know what I'm saying? And so from there, shit, they was like, "Oh, this nigga can read, and he can read some words." So shit, they called me back again, and it went down again, and then shit, by the third call, they was like, "You in?"
Oh, that's what's
So
up.
that's how I got the part.
You killed it.
Yeah, you killed it.
Me
Without a
and
doubt.
a lot of the dialogue was ad-lib shit.
Yeah, you naturally.
Because
it was.
I would tell them, niggas don't dress like
And
this.
don't say that.
Like, you know, we would go through wardrobe and they'd be like, "Oh, we have you in this and this today." And I'm like, nobody wears tan khakis with a yellow pinto chain.
Yeah.
Like,
And nobody talks like that.
dresses like that. Nobody wears this and that.
Right.
So I just be like, man, I just bring my own shit. I just wear what I wear every day.
Yeah, for sure.
And then when it comes to certain lines, I'd be like, who wrote this? I'm like, no. And then usually I would just ad-lib the shit.
Yeah,
and it would work. So
Yeah.
they just went with it. Fuck it.
Man,
because it seems
it's
natural.
crazy. I mean,
I'm like, not to, but I was in the hood every day.
Yeah,
I
true.
grew up in the hood. Like,
Right.
I was there. Niggas getting shot, police raids, enemies coming through, you know, hood rats and fucking selling dope. I was there every day. Even with a rap career, I didn't learn how to lead a hood until maybe 3 years after I started rapping because that's all I knew. Like, nigga, you got an in-store over here, and I'm not going over there. The niggas don't like us over there. I've got records out and videos, and I'm supposed to be going to do autograph signings, and I'm telling Sony executives, I can't go over there. You know what's over there? They tried to have me do an in-store in Quick neighborhood one time. I was like, you niggas is crazy as a motherfucker, man. But they don't know. They see record store on the fucking sheet, and they servicing the record store, so you got to go do an in-store. I said,
this is
man,
a job.
And I'm telling them, y'all gonna pull up over there. I'm like, man, we gotta go over there about 2-3 vans deep. And then it gotta be some in and out shit. Like,
and we gotta be ready.
Niggas find out we over here, I'm
be
telling you, you're gonna have 1,000 cars pulling up in a minute, and they ain't gonna be to come get no autographs.
I know that's right.
Like, we was in the hood, man. That was one thing about us, you know, and I ain't gonna speak on that for all niggas, but I was in the hood. Nigga. I was shoulder looking, you know, cause I'm on fucking rap shows and all kind of shit, and I'm still driving through Compton every day. I got the heat under the seat here, and every stoplight I'm checking cars. Niggas will tell you that nigga used to be in traffic and he used to be
ducking in film.
I'm looking at every car. Oh, cause niggas get shot. It wasn't. Rap shit was it fuck it. That was me trying to better myself for my side. That had nothing to do with the niggas who we was still gang banging against. Them niggas didn't give a fuck you was on MTV last night. Nigga, I will peel your fucking cap right here in traffic.
No, that's
no problem.
That's more the enthusiasm
for being from the hood.
Yeah.
And you had that reputation.
That's a strike.
It wasn't like I could be like, oh no. Oh, we know that nigga we know you from over there. You've been over there 4-5 years before you even started rapping. So that shit means nothing now. So that's what you had to deal with until I, started maturing and be like, maybe I shouldn't come to the hood that much no more. You know what I'm saying? So
and talking about maturing, man. Tonight, us being Humboldt, Arizona, and Desert Blaze, you're here to perform in Arizona. Tomorrow, April 15th, to see you and Quick performing together, being on, that's having to say touching the same stage, and you're just saying that, early on in your career, you couldn't go over to that side, to the record stores to do signings and stuff like that because of, the shit that was on the outside of the street. But as you matured in the business, talk a little bit about that, like where you're at now, and seeing
it's just the longevity, like you were saying earlier. A lot of dudes, I was telling my peoples earlier, a lot of dudes focus on, I gotta have a hit. I gotta be a hit. I gotta be a hit. I gotta be a hit. I just focus on trying to make good music for my people. And longevity. You can have a hit today and be gone tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
It's a gang of rappers right now who will come out, you'll hear some shit 3 weeks later, you like, who's next? You feel me? I pride myself on having longevity. Don't get me wrong. It's not about fucking oh, that nigga must need money. He's still rapping. I do a podcast. I coach. I've been coaching for the last 13 years.
That's what's up. Talk to him. Tell him who
my son getting ready to go to college. He just got a scholarship to go play football at Valparaiso University.
That's what's up, man. That's congratulations to you, brother.
That's the only thing I've been focused on. I don't do rap because I was in it to make money.
Right.
I did rap because I love rap music, hip hop.
The culture.
I love listening to Treacherous 3. Right. I love listening to Just Ice and fucking EPMD and motherfucking, you know, I grew up on UTFO and Sparky D, Roxanne Shante,
Schoolie D.
Schoolie D, you know. You know, we didn't have West Coast rap. It was all East Coast, so I have no problem, you know, but you see how I still say about niggas? You hear me talking about niggas that was making records before me.
Because that's how it goes. That's how it goes.
But we can say, we can feel that in your music and when you touch the screen that you took your craft for real.
That's where the lyricism comes
that you was competing. You was competing. You knew hip hop.
The East Coast
hip hop,
influence.
and you hit it right there. I knew hip hop. You get me?
Right. The East Coast
I didn't know gangster rap. I didn't know trap rap. I didn't know whatever rap. I just knew hip hop. You get me? Because that's where it started. You know, I was listening to Run DMC, Sucker MCs.
Yeah, that's where that lyricism comes from.
That's, you know, I was listening to Eric B, the President, My Melody. You get me? That's where I come from. So longevity is the foundation. Because when I look at niggas like Rakim, and he's still touring. Looking at De La Soul and fucking niggas like that, and they still on tour. JJ Fad, you get me? You know, rest in peace, Coolio was still touring. When you can look up and you can go 40 years later, people are still enjoying your music. That's like rock and roll hip hop shit to me. You feel me?
No, I mean,
it ain't.
That's the thing, man. We really respect. See, people need to understand that this is a culture in a way that
you just got to watch the gimmicks, man. There's a lot of gimmick shit.
You got to be solid.
You know, I can come in with a catchy little gimmick and a hooky and tell a bitch to throw it over and bust it down and open it up and move it around.
And the coke do this and the coke do that.
And then there's 10 niggas after me gonna do the same shit. You know, I'm gonna auto tune my shit, and then 10 other niggas gonna auto tune their shit, and then I'm gonna talk about doing this and that, and then they gonna talk the same thing. And my thing today is, you know, a lot of young niggas, a lot of youngs, you know, got to learn to make songs. Everybody can rap, but can you make a song?
And I'm just saying the longevity of you. Original. You represent hip hop from the beginning. You know. You said it was, you know, artists obviously before you, but that's a, you know, what you do is actually a way a person can make a living. Our children can, you know, because back then it was like, get that beatbox stuff, turn that shit off.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I remember,
yeah, we can show, you know, that you can make a career out of this.
Out of here.
You can make a career out of this, you know, for all the parents in my generation who felt like this bebop boop shit was gonna be, you know, just another fad. It's been here 50 years.
50 years.
And from some of the artists that are present today, they are way more off better than we were as struggling artists under contracts and all that shit today. So kudos to them.
We gave them the cheat code.
It shows that if you are serious, that you can, you know, and then you don't have to be fucking, you ain't got to be the Beatles. You get me? You can sit in your lane and create something for your fans that they will hold on to and they'll follow you forever. As long as you keep doing what has gotten you there, don't forget about that format, because a lot of niggas do that, you know. You'll hear a nigga rapping today about nigga my mama and the projects and roaches and make $1 million and tomorrow nigga Bulgari this and Lamborghini that and you know they forget they forget their foundation. Oh nigga, I always had it. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, please, nigga, we was making sugar water and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for dinner. Nigga, stop it. But you just have to, you know, longevity is where it shows that you were true for hip hop.
Right.
The longer you are here and that you stand for it and you create music, and you might not get 10 million fans or sell 10 million records, but those people who was there from the beginning, they still there, man.
No, I mean, bro, we just want to show you that we love you, man. I remember we had a station, our first station in Newport News, Virginia, was AM 1350.
WRAP.
That's where the
That
rap
sound like
attack.
that sound like K-Day.
You know what I'm saying? The rap attack.
That was K-Day. We had 1580 K-Day AM.
Right.
That shit was staticky as a motherfucker.
But you get it just right. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
don't catch it on the
That's when we
right
first-
night.
Yo,
Man, you gotta get your tape recorder ready, man, because they finna play some shit.
That's how we first heard NWA.
And that's what we want other people. We love hip hop.
NWA and
To
the
see
Posse.
you still doing your thing. Like I said, you're performing. Tomorrow, April 15th. Tomorrow, the Desert Blaze, iconic. Try Cannabis. Obviously collaboration on this, along with Access USA with the Cannabis Awards. We looking forward to you touching that stage, man.
Oh yeah, man. We gonna give you a show, man. We're gonna take you back, bring you forward a little bit, and take you back again. So it's definitely gonna be glad. Good y'all having me, man. It's gonna be a good show. Me and Quick and Be Real
It's an
and
honor.
all the homies, Corrupt, Chill, Nocturnal, Sugar Free. We gonna make it happen, man.
Make it happen,
yes,
man.
indeed.
So we want to just say, man, we appreciate you. We love you. Thank you for coming by. To F Your Opinion podcast. Hope we get the opportunity to do more things with you, because we do. Along with Humboldt AZ, we have our own cannabis brands that we release.
definitely.
We'd like to do something with you, man.
Oh yeah, man. We
Definitely,
get you.
bro.
I got my
what I mean?
podcast, The Gangsta Chronicles.
Yeah.
We official, man. Whatever we do, we'll link up, man. We'll make
definitely.
sure we show y'all some love.
Yes,
Appreciate you,
Whenever I'm in
yes.
town, I come through hollering.
That's
It's
what's
official.
up. That's
Yes,
what's up.
indeed.
That's
All right,
all day
man. We
long.
out of here. MC Eiht, the legendary MC Eiht.
Fuck your opinion, nigga.